My name is Brian Casey. I'm the Director of Technology for the school district.
And I am Jen Zock, and I am the Governance Board President for Point of Discovery School, and we would like to welcome you to Jackson Elementary School.
Take you through the proposed professional development portion of Jackson School. What we're looking at right here is what would be the entryway for attendees of the training, teachers and other staff that would come in at this point. And the rooms on either side of this hallway are part of the Professional Development Center. Some things I can say about the building: it's in remarkably good shape. What we're proposing to do is use the space and do some slight renovations to make it more accommodable, but we would not change the character of the school. We're still trying to preserve this space as best as possible as a school. So we would not be doing major renovations. We're standing right now in the two kindergarten rooms in Jackson School. This area right here would be a reception area, place where people would come in and gather before and after trainings. We would replace the carpeting in this room. That's probably the only room that we're proposing replacing the carpet because it's in poor shape. This area would have some lounge type furniture and bistro tables for people to gather. We're also talking about adding a TV display up there for people to use and as a collaboration space. Now, one of the nice things about Jackson School is the fact that they have these room dividers built in. So normally this divider would be shut and we would have a training room over there. We can also open this up and we have a very nice large group area if we had a speaker or we wanted to have a training with 60 people or more. So all of the rooms at Jackson School have this capability and we're really excited about that. We couldn't have really designed a space any better than it already is, and we're really looking forward to taking advantage of that. Some other things about this space: the bathrooms would be abandoned, which means we wouldn't use them as bathrooms. We'd remove the fixtures and lock the doors. We don't need them as bathrooms, and it would cost a lot of money to renovate them. We would use the bathrooms that are located in the hallway for attendees of trainings. As far as the walls go, we would turn the blackboards into whiteboards, which could be done reasonably well and wouldn't cost a lot of money. And all of the equipment and furniture would be portable. So in this presentation space over here, we'd have a portable screen, portable smart boards, and portable carts. All of the devices would be brought by teachers. We would have some devices here on carts. Looking at here is three training rooms. The room dividers have been opened, so we can see that this would actually be another large group gathering space if we wanted it to be. But otherwise, we would close these rooms and we have three classrooms here for training. Some of the things that we would do in here: we would add extra power. We don't have enough outlets, so we would definitely have to add those in. All of the cabinetry and the sinks and everything else would stay as is. We would convert the blackboards into whiteboards. The other major expense to the building, and really pretty much the only major expense, is converting the heating into air conditioning. If we were to use this space in the summer and the fall, late spring, air conditioning is a must, just with the number of people and the devices that we would have in here. So that would be really the only major renovation. And we would still preserve the character of this space as a classroom. So if the district ever wanted to use this as a regular school again, it would not require any major renovations. All of the equipment would be portable. We'd have portable screens, portable smart boards, and furniture, of course, that we would bring in. But all the devices would be portable, owned by the teacher. We're standing again in the next set of three classrooms. Again, the dividers are open, so you can see this offers us yet another large space if we wanted to have a large training. But normally these dividers would be closed and you would have three training rooms with portable equipment. They already have whiteboards. We would leave those as is. All of the fixtures, the storage, sinks, all of that would stay. We would add additional power in and the addition of furniture and mobile equipment. These are the last two rooms of the proposed Professional Development Center. These are the rooms that would be potentially shared with the Point of Discovery School. We don't have plans on equipping these rooms, but they're available if we did need to expand our training program. We also plan on using this space for our one-to-one laptop deployment this summer. Last summer we used the library at Jackson. This space will give us enough room to set up our laptops and re-image and conduct all of that work that we did last summer. One other change to the building that we're proposing is installing a doorway here that would serve as sort of a sound barrier between the library and the Professional Development Center. That would cut down on the noise if there's students in there or if there's trainings going on. But that's really the only doorway that we're proposing putting in. Otherwise, the hallways to the right and the left would be open and would circle around to the Point of Discovery School.
I'm Jen Zock. I'm the president of the governance board of Point of Discovery School. We are a middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade that will be opening in fall of 2015 as part of the Stevens Point School District. And we are hoping to use this great space that Jackson Elementary School offers. The school's been closed for 10 years, and we are going to show you some of the parts that Point of Discovery School would be using. This is one of the classrooms that Point of Discovery will use next year in the fall when we open for 50th, 6th, and 7th grade students. As you can see right now, the room divider is closed, but that has the ability to open so that it makes a really great learning environment for students so that they can either have a closed classroom environment or they can open it up to make very flexible learning space. We're standing in the art room, and the art room is a really great learning space for several reasons. Not only is it great for art, but it would also be great to do science experiments and things because it's one of the rooms that does not have carpet. The space is large so that lots of students can come and work in here with their teachers. So it's a wonderful learning spot. We are standing in room D106, and D106 is another room that will be used by pods in the fall of 2015. And what's unique about this room is it has an exterior door. And one of the really fantastic things about Jackson Elementary School is that it has all this great outdoor learning space. So when Jackson was closed 10 years ago, the students had just planted a prairie, so we have that. We have the Green Circle Trail that runs along the border of Jackson. And then we also have this expansive playground area that can be used for student learning as well. So we feel really fortunate that the inside of the building is a great learning environment, but the outside is as well. Here we are in the IMC at Jackson School, and right behind me is an area that used to be a stage. And then years ago when the school district needed an extra classroom, they walled the stage in to be a classroom. And so that will be restored to a stage that the students at Point of Discovery School can use. The area that you're looking at was used as a computer lab off of the IMC, and we anticipate using it for a similar purpose, although computers and computer labs are used so differently now because the computers are portable. But nevertheless, this is a nice space, and we'll again use it for Point of Discovery School students. So here we are in another classroom, and as you can see, this classroom is really full of desks. And that's because Jackson has been used in its 10 years of not being used as an elementary school as a space to store a lot of materials, so including desks and other furniture. So Point of Discovery School may be using some of this equipment, and we'll keep it in case we do need it, and we may not, but we want to be really frugal in the way that we start the school and use as many of the old materials that are here as possible. And that's actually a theme and focus to the school as well, because we really want the students to understand that reusing things like desks that are in great shape is a really wonderful thing to do instead of buying everything brand new. The gym at Jackson School is really large, so what you're seeing in this space is just 1/3 of the total size of the gymnasium. And again, we're really fortunate because there's climbing walls, there are the ladders and the ropes that were used for that kind of high adventure type programming that was part of the programming here at Jackson. So Point of Discovery students will be able to use that as well. And then this section over here that's walled off, that wall can be opened, and then the gym expands to twice the size that you can see here. And then on the other side is the cafeteria. So it's a really large space, which is wonderful. So this is the kitchen area. Jackson's kitchen was just a heat and serve kitchen, not a production kitchen. And what Point of Discovery School is hoping to do is to make it not only a production kitchen, but a kitchen classroom where the students can come in and they can help prepare some of the food for their lunches. Hopefully in years to come we'll have gardens on site where the students will be planting and growing some of the food that they eat and then preparing it in this kitchen. So the kitchen has some remodel work to do to accommodate that kind of need, but we think that that is educationally a really rich part of the school that the students will be able to participate in. So you're looking at the music room, and the music room had a water leak. So there's no carpet at this point, and the ceiling tiles will need to be replaced as well. But what that's actually done in the last 2 years is allowed a group called the Growing Collective, which is a group of people who get together and plant plants for their own use, as well as a fundraiser for Farm Shed, to come in and start seedlings in this space. It's a perfect space because there's no carpet. One of the wonderful things about Point of Discovery School's model of learning, which is called expeditionary learning, is that we partner with all kinds of community groups and community experts so that the community really becomes a critical part of the learning that takes place at Point of Discovery. And although Farm Shed and the Growing Collective will not be growing plants here next year because their greenhouse space will be up and running, so they won't need to utilize this space, we certainly will be partnering with groups like Farm Shed so that the learning of the students can become very rich and very immersed in the community. So we look forward to growing those partnerships with Farm Shed and the Point of Discovery School. So Point of Discovery School is following a model of learning called expeditionary learning, and expeditionary learning teaches kids all the subject areas under 9 to 12 week long expeditions. And throughout the course of those expeditions, all the core standards and the state standards are taught, and all of the subject areas are taught. Community experts are brought in, and at the end of the expedition, the students do some kind of service learning project so that their work lives outside of the school. So at the beginning of an expeditionary learning school's school year, the walls are very plain looking, and as the school year progresses, the students' work fills the walls. So Point of Discovery School will go from, well, looking kind of plain at the beginning of fall of 2015 to at the end, after they have learned all of the wonderful things that they learned in the expeditions, those items will be showcased throughout the school as well as in the community itself.